congregation for the conferment of degrees. Please be seated. Graduands, ladies and gentlemen, at our ceremony this morning, we are to award degrees to graduands in one of our core subjects, electrical engineering and electronics. In that department, as in all of our departments, the range of courses available has been greatly extended compared to a few years ago. But, however new or long established the title of a course may be, it is our responsibility to ensure that undergraduates can benefit from the latest research and the best teaching that we can provide. You have kept your side of the bargain by taking your learning seriously and working hard, some of the time. For you graduands, this moment is, as Prime Minister Winston Churchill once famously said, not the beginning of the end, but the end of the beginning. You here today exemplify the innovative nature of UMIST at work. There are over 160 courses listed in the undergraduate prospectus today. 5 years ago, there were around about 100. Recent new courses addressing modern needs include bioinformatics, neurosciences with artificial intelligence, and mechatronic engineering. What UMIST has done is to look at the marketplace, study the needs of industry and public sector, and relate these to the needs of prospective students. It's therefore not by chance that UMIST is regularly rated as the best provider of graduates, sometimes admittedly jointly with Cambridge, by the biggest 200 recruiters in this country. A Sunday Times survey in February showed that the 6 months after graduation, UMIST graduates earn the highest salaries of any graduate from a UK university. I hope you graduands today will keep it that way. We were delighted earlier this year to be called once more to Buckingham Palace in honour of winning our second Queen's Award for Export Achievement. We first won one in 1992 and now a second. This is rare indeed. You might ask what it is that we export, and the concise answer is knowledge. More exactly, we earn about 20% of our research income from overseas, and of course, large numbers of students from overseas come to study with us, which is a form of exporting knowledge. Last year, which was our 175th year, we received a third Queen's Anniversary Prize for higher education, the only UK university or college to have done so. All of these things, I believe, underlines just what a great university UMIST is. UMIST was founded in 1824 to provide Manchester industrialists with artisans skilled enough to run and manage the industries which were then the wonders of the world. Today, this university is rated 6th in the country for research and the first outside Oxbridge and London, and as I said, is perennially voted the favourite source of graduates by national and international employers. It's also noted for having the closest links with industry. Our graduates run many major companies, including Tesco, Colgate-Palmolive, Nissan UK, Asda, BOC, and many others. I'm delighted to welcome here today another leading graduate, Mr. David Thomas, another fine example of a first-class graduate who developed into a first-class businessman. We will honour him at this ceremony with an Outstanding Alumnus Award. Besides producing excellent graduates for business, UMIST also produces new businesses. Earlier this year, one of more than 30 UMIST spin-out companies was floated on the London Stock Exchange, the third such flotation. UMIST is clearly making its contribution to wealth and job creation and the growth of the new knowledge economy. I think it's therefore fair to say that it is a true descendant of the original Manchester Mechanics Institute. Given all this, plus the buzz of Manchester as a student centre and the multinational and dynamic nature of the city, it's hard to imagine a better place to study than here at UMIST. Clearly, today's graduands have worked hard and well to arrive at this ceremony, and I warmly congratulate you all. And I would now ask you graduands please to stand. Your guests are here today, parents, friends, partners, relatives, and they have played an important part too in helping you and supporting you during your time at UMIST. Some of you have come from far overseas at even greater expense to those who supported you. You make a particular contribution to the variety and richness of life here on this campus and enable us to show to each other that there is more than one way to lead the good life. The success which all you graduands now enjoy would not have been possible without the very considerable support and indeed often sacrifice of family and friends, many of whom are here today. It gives me pleasure to welcome them on behalf of UMIST, and I now invite you graduands to show your appreciation to them. Please be seated. Your contact and involvement with UMIST does not end here today. All graduands become members of the UMIST Association, the organisation of former students and staff of UMIST. As members, you'll be kept in contact with UMIST as well as with one another through the biennial magazine Mainstream and the events which are run each year. You will not escape us even if you come from overseas. Branches of the UMIST Association are found in various parts of the world. Please do keep in contact with us. Make sure we have your contact address and come back often and visit us. You will always be welcome. As I have said, many of the leaders and achievers in the world of commerce and industry are UMIST graduates, running corporations large and small in the UK and around the world. We will follow your futures also with great interest, just as we have theirs, including, of course, those of you who come from that over 80 countries or so around the world to study at UMIST. There are few places in the world where UMIST graduates do not make their presence felt. Believe it or not, there is life after UMIST. Many of you will stay on for more study, but the world of the workplace beckons. We hope that UMIST will have given you the skills and the understanding of how to develop your talents and prepare you for the lifelong learning that lies ahead. This is a challenge and an opportunity. No one can graduate today and expect the knowledge acquired here to carry him or her forward through to retirement, or even through the next few years. As I said at the beginning, we have been supplying skilled people to industry, commerce, and public service for the best part of 200 years. We have changed. Our methodology and course content are unrecognizable even from 20 years ago. You have responded successfully to the academic challenge, and as UMIST graduates, you should embark confidently to face the future, as do we. So as we embark on this ceremony, I congratulate you once again. We are proud of your achievements and hope that you will take pride in saying you studied at UMIST. Thank you. It gives me pleasure to now call upon Professor Hugh McCann, the head of the Department of Electrical Engineering and Electronics, to present Mr. David Thomas for the Outstanding Graduate Award.
Principal and Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, and graduands, one of the more delightful parts of Degree Congregation Week each year is the presentation at one or two of the ceremonies of the Outstanding Alumnus Awards. These awards are made to those of our former students who have achieved great distinction in their field or profession. Now, UMIST introduced this award in 1996, and recipients have covered a very broad range of professions. Two examples being Terry Leahy, the Chief Executive of Tesco, who will be known to many people here, who's a UMIST Management Sciences graduate, and another one being the food writer and broadcaster Sophie Grigson, who is a graduate from our mathematics department. Now, David Thomas is the first alumnus of the Department of Electrical Engineering and Electronics to receive the Outstanding Alumnus Award. He is the sort of graduate we all wish we had been, that is to say, flexible as well as successful. He has proved extremely adaptable as he has moved from research to operations to marketing and back to research in at least 2 continents. Since he has performed all of these maneuvers during 24 years of employment by one company, namely Texas Instruments, we can clearly see that David is a witness to the globalization of business which has occurred in the latter part of the 20th century, particularly in engineering and high technology sectors. At present, David is Director of European Research and Development for Texas Instruments Europe, based in Nice, in France. But despite the commitment demanded by his responsibilities, he has not forgotten his alma mater. He has helped us in a wide variety of ways. For example, he is an active member of the department's Industrial Advisory Group. He has given lectures in our courses and indeed at other top universities. He has helped the department to equip its laboratories with the benefit of Texas Instruments technology and finance. And he has commissioned research for Texas Instruments in our department. Now, to go back to the beginning, I am reliably informed that David's undergraduate tutor was in the habit of brandishing David's record card at David in order to gee him up as the examinations approached. So I've been equipped with this incriminating evidence, and I must say the length of David's hair in the photograph is quite remarkable. But I'm sure that David is much too gentlemanly to come back into his tutor's office brandishing a Texas Instruments checkbook. Anyway, that's what the head department's office is for. David graduated in electronics in 1973 and took a master's degree in communication systems in 1974. He then spent 2 years at Plessey's Roke Manor Research Centre, where he was responsible for research into military communications and surveillance systems. He then began his long career with Texas Instruments. He joined the Advanced Research Labs at Texas Instruments UK in 1976 and was responsible for a variety of R&D projects, primarily focused on the application of semiconductor and digital signal processing techniques to advanced communication systems. He then followed the business and marketing route through the company, with several posts, becoming responsible for the worldwide interactions between Texas Instruments and Ericsson from 1985 to 1990. After a period with Texas Instruments' US research laboratories in Dallas, he was appointed executive responsible for European R&D and university relations for the semiconductor group in 1992. He currently holds, or has pending, 27 patents in the field of mobile communication applications, advanced video telephony, steerable antenna, and internet-enabled systems. That's truly a remarkable contribution by one man, not only to the company for which he has worked, but to the advancement of what is presently one of the most rapidly advancing technologies in the world. Now, like all good engineers, of course, David has many other interests in life. Living as he does on the Mediterranean shores, I can well understand his love of swimming and racing yachts, but where he finds the time to hike, to ski, to have rebuilt at least 4 classic cars and look after a 2-acre garden, I simply don't know. I'm exhausted just reading it out. And if you saw the state of my garden, you would understand the feeling of exhaustion I have. The staff of the department can vouch that, in particular, our students are a very strong supporter of this award. It is truly exceptional to find such a senior person in a very competitive industry who extends his professionalism to delivering lectures and to direct involvement with student project work, as David does, and for which we are very grateful indeed. I guess I could have cut a long story short by simply saying from the outset that David is an inspiration to the current generation of students. Principal and Vice-Chancellor, it is with very great pleasure that I present to you industrialist, scholar, and inventor David Thomas for the first award of Outstanding Alumnus in this millennium.
Principal and Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, graduands. It is a great honor to receive this award for the Outstanding Alumnus for the new millennium. It is something which is obviously of great importance to me and will always be with me. It also stimulates one to reflect on the last 24 years of my involvement in the electronic industry, and also to view the excitement that we're going to see over the next decades as electronics really starts to take hold. It's interesting that if you go back over my career, every 10 years there has been a change in the stimulus that one has had that's driven the electronic industry. In the 70s, it was the military communication systems that were enabling the Cold War activities of both Russia and the US. Then we moved into the 80s, when it was the advent of consumer electronics. So we all recognize the VCRs in our home and the colored televisions. Those were spawned during that period. Then we moved on into the early 90s, where the PC, and then in the latter part, the internet, were the things that really drove electronics. So the advances in semiconductors due to dynamic random access memories, DRAMs, were the things that really drove the electronic industry at that point in time. And then finally, on to the current time, where it is communications, broadband access, and the mobility of workers, so mobile phones, and in the very near future, mobile video telephony and mobile video. These are the things that have driven the electronic industry over the past 10 years. But it's of key importance that one realizes that at each of those changes, graduates like yourselves need to re-educate yourselves, because there are new techniques, new technologies, new requirements that one has to adopt. So we heard earlier about lifelong learning. That is very key as you move forward, that you don't just rest on today's laurels, that you actually change and adapt to what will be a fast-moving industry. So what will the future hold? It's anybody's guess, but you can be certain that within the next 10 years there will be a new technology which will be driving the electronic industry. That may be personal medical electronics, it may be personalized communications, but it will come. We don't know exactly what it is yet, but it will be there, it will drive the industry, and if you focus onto those areas, then that will be the key for your future success. So if you ask, why is the degree that you just received of key importance? It is because it forms the foundation for that re-education process. That is what is presented to myself, in that whenever I needed to change direction, I've been able to draw upon the broad teaching that I've received through my degree here at UMIST. And I'm sure for yourselves, it will be exactly the same. You have a breadth of knowledge which will be your strength for the future. The second thing that's happened in the electronic industry is the diversification. When I started, the electronic industry was in primarily the UK, parts of Europe, and the US. If you look today, it is global. Electronics is everywhere. We're talking about large global companies. And so the diversity that we see in this room is the thing that will fuel the electronic industry for the next few decades. And I wish that you take back to your motherlands the skills that you've received here and advance that industry. So finally, I'd like to thank the professors who are still here today, some of them, that actually taught me those basic skills, because that really was the foundation that has enabled me to get where I am and to receive this award today. Thank you.
Principal and Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, I present to you, for the degree of Master of Engineering in Electrical and Electronic Engineering with honours, Mudassar Nawaz Chaudhry. Anthony David Griffin. Robert Maggs. Karim Baidas. Nazarulis Yam Sukaribin. And for the degree of Master of Engineering in Electrical and Electronic Engineering with French, Catherine Louise MacDonald. Siobhan Mary Clark. Nitan Kathuria. And for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical and Electronic Engineering, with honours, Chung Peng Jackson Kong. Li Chue Bien. Li Yam Lim. Nurfitra Mat No. Mok Vi Hung. Kristen Ng Sui Lin. Sim A.Y. Michelle. Yun Tiam Tan. Lian Yu Tio. Bok Teng Yi. Chua Lin Yu. Adam Crankshaw. Zhou Feng Li. Lim Hai Lang. Sim K. Wee. Tan Chun Ho. Tan Gi Wee. Tan Pailin Priscilla. Tan Yang Han. Teo Kun Singh. David Joseph Wilson. David Brian Cunningham. Vangelis Economou. Andrew Robert Edmondson. Joseph Farage. Go Yu Chun. Richard Lamb. Liu Wai Kwok. Sien Liang Lau. Amir Hamza Mamat. Muhammad Ezwan Madno. Anita Nadaraya. Andreas Michael Richard Nebel. Neo Eng Hoop. Richard North. Gek Ni Shim. Kairul Azmi Zakaria. Sakab Ali. Imran Aslam. Gavin Bruce Ashley Barkey. Peter Fan. Mark Jonathan Harrison. Andrew Christopher Howell. Muhammad Zafar Iqbal. Gavin James Parry. Razan Taye. Benjamin Philip Wall. Khairul Azan Zakaria. Mikhail Markakis. And for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Osama Osawe. Timothy John Lewis Wilkes. Muna Sayeda Chowdhury. Gabrielle Regitsa Danin. Paul Grufford. Gavin Edward Mesham.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Principal and Vice-Chancellor, I now confer degrees in absentia on those students unable to be present here today who have, under the conditions set out by ordinances and regulations, pursued the courses of study so prescribed and have satisfied the examiners. Would you please stand, ladies and gentlemen? May UMIST, through sound learning and by the advancement of knowledge, achieve its purposes in the service of the nation and the world. I declare this congregation closed.
Malu lah, malu lah. Malu lah. Mana apa aku? Lah. Mak dia memang